Merry meet everybody, it's Poe, and it is Friday, and you're watching Witch is the Moon. This week on the channel, we're talking about religion in the workplace, and to be totally honest with you, I don't have a whole lot of experience in this, simply because when I was working, I was atheist, and nobody really seemed to have a problem with it. And to be totally honest with you, the only reason that I told anyone that I was atheist was because the company that I worked for before, it was a machine shop, and I had a rapport with the woman who owned it. We were actually friends, and we were on the board of directors for the local fire department together. So that's the only reason why I really even brought it up or even talked about it in the workplace, because she had asked me, and I felt like, because she was a friend, or she still is, but I felt comfortable enough to let her know, yeah, I'm atheist, and nobody ever had a problem with it. I didn't really start getting back into paganism until like the last year and a half that I worked there, and at that point, I had already discussed the whole atheist thing with everybody in the shop that was curious about it, and nobody really questioned it, and I certainly wasn't going to bring it up. The reason for that is I feel like religion and politics are the two most tension producing subjects that you can talk about with your coworkers, and I will avoid those two subjects like the plague at work. I will not talk about them. If I were to get a job tomorrow and start working with people, I would not want to talk about religion or politics, and that is a rule of mine. Like I said, the only reason that I felt comfortable enough to discuss it before was because I had a rapport with the woman that I worked with, the woman that I worked for. So, yeah, it's a really touchy subject, the whole religion aspect, and it's just something that people feel very, very strongly about. They get very emotionally upset about it, and it's not something, going to work 8 hours plus a day, 5 days a week or more with the same people is hard enough as it is, not adding into the equation religion and political views. So I choose to steer very clear of those when I am working with other people, particularly in this area where I live currently, because it is mainly Mormon and Christian out here. So, and to be totally honest with you, I catch a lot of crap for the way that I look. That's religion aside, political views aside. The way that the tattoos I have, the piercings I have, the way I dress, I get judged on a daily basis because of it. So it's not something that religion is not something that I would really be willing to talk about in the workplace. I can say, however, that currently I work on a couple of psychic reading websites, and I am very open and honest about about my religion with the people that I read for. And it's right in my profile that I am a practicing pagan Wiccan, and I talk to people literally from all over the world on a daily basis. And I've talked to Muslims, I've talked to Hindus, I've talked to Christians, I've talked to Catholics, Jewish people, you name it. I've talked to the whole spectrum of religious views as far as clients are concerned, and I feel like, and they'll ask me questions about my religion, they'll ask me questions about my belief, and they're never judgmental. They never give me a problem about it. I have yet to have an issue with anyone as far as my religious views, sorry, as far as doing the tarot readings and things like that online. People are very respectful, and I think that it's the whole esoteric community, because they're coming to you for a tarot reading or an intuitive reading or a psychic reading. They're more open to other religious views, and it's not that big of a deal, because they're already, they're already in that mindset. They're already pretty open to that kind of thing. So it's not that big of a deal. And it's very comfortable. And people, it's kind of amazing because of all the people I talk to that I don't catch any crap for my religious views. But again, I think that plays into the whole open-mindedness of the esoteric community. So, and I've been doing this for several years now, online, talking to people like that. And like I said, I have never come in contact with somebody that has had anything negative to say about my religious views. So, it's one of those things you really have to pick your battles. I personally will never bring up religion or politics in the workplace, and I certainly won't bring up my religious views in the workplace. I don't have a problem with people being open about their religion, but it's just something that I feel is very, very personal, and I am kind of a private person when it comes to my spiritual beliefs. For the most part, I mean, I'm here on YouTube talking to all of you about it, but I mean, as far as day-to-day life and the mentality of the people that I live in a community with, it's not something that I'd be willing to discuss. And it's not because I'm ashamed of it or that I feel like I have to hide. It's because I just don't want to deal with the judgment of other people. It's just not energy that I'm willing to take on. And if that means that I have to speak little and listen much, then that's what I'm gonna do. So, yeah, that's my video on religion in the workplace. It's a bit short. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of experience in dealing with it, but I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Many bright blessings. Bye, guys.